All right, it would appear I might be the only one in here at the moment, so as usual, we'll wait. Oh, okay, we got two people viewing. Okay, at least good. YouTube's still saying one waiting, but um, here it says we have two. So anyway, let me just do this real quick as we wait around a bit for a moment to give people a chance to come in. There's Woody. Hey, Woody. Let's see now. Skateboard and muscle. Okay. Skateboard and muscle, huh? Um, I take it you had a pretty active day today, Eddie. Woody. I'm sorry. As you know, we're just gonna wait a few minutes to give some people some time to get in here before we get started. So how'd your day go today, Woody? I am guessing from the emojis there, you may have had an active day, maybe. No, but I heard a lot of talk about a skateboard and a bicep. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but you know, yeah. Well, I guess if you didn't have an active day, anything exciting happen, anyways, or was it just pretty much same old, same old? It's just the same old song gone away when you're smiling on me. Tough to find. Tough to find. Well, abominable grizzly. Yeah. Hmm. I've got my flu shot yesterday afternoon and evening. I had felt had fuels and muscle aches. Slept for 4 hours and felt better. All right, well that's good. Welcome to the show, abominable grizzly. We're just waiting on a few people. See who else shows up. We'll be getting to the stories shortly. We'll probably get to the stories by about the 10-minute mark. So, um, yeah, my channel name is just simply my name, but the show is called the Mikestand. So, um, and it's one word, and Mike is spelled with my name stand. So, chills and fuels, chills, not fuels. Cool, sounds good. Okay, yeah. So were you over on RJ stream, or were you Abominable Grizzly? Were you over on RJ stream, or were you over on Chris's stream, or were you just on no stream at all? Hmm, hmm. So we're at the 5-minute mark. Yeah. I was on Heel's crew job. So you were on RJ. It sounds like you were on. Sounds like you may have been on RJ's stream then, because if I understand correctly, I guess the Chris over there is writing the book called Heels. Because that's the book he's promoting. Evening, Woody. All right, so just again giving people time to come in before we get started. So we'll probably start with the stories by about the 10-minute mark or so. So 6 minutes break now. So think so. Okay. Yeah. So basically, what we do, Abominable, just to give you an idea of what my live streams are like. Monday to Thursday, it's kind of like a niche newscast type setup where basically I go over like stories from sources like Bounding into Comics, um, CBR, Critical Blast, and then I will then from there what I'll do is although we have a third person, so that's kind of nice to see. Anyways, and I'll as I'm reading the articles, I may give a bit of a running commentary. Um, as I'm reading them. Then on Fridays we do a weekly historical comic retrospect where we you know where we go back, look back over old comics history and all that. So um and as always, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. That helps with the algorithm, helps to get more friendlier people in here. People who want to come in and hang out and talk comics. We're a non-drama channel here. We try to avoid drama as much as possible. It's not always possible, but we try. Um, so you're always welcome if you're here to learn a little bit and just talk some stuff. Oh, that sounds interesting. Need to learn more. All right. Let's see now. So, okay, we're at the 8-minute mark now, so I guess I can go over. So, I've got 9 stories for tonight. All of them from CBR. One that's actually comics related. The other 8 are like anime related. Some release information, some profile pieces, and then we have and then of course we have the one comic story is in regards to Diamond distributors. Um, so without any, let's see, we're at 8:40 now. So as I said, we're gonna give it till about the 10-minute mark. Let's see, we'll be talking a little bit about whether or not anime OVAs are canon. Among the stories, some of the best anime theme songs from 2000s, some release information on certain anime like 8686. Let's see, there were a few others. I'll be looking at an article in regards to a Pokemon All Real Monsters matchup. Um, uh, so those are some stuff to look forward to. Let's see. And then, of course, we'll be ending the night with this day in each history, as we do every night. Just talk about stuff that happened in in the realm of history from in each culture, from anime, cartoons, comics, manga, pro wrestling. So all right, so we're coming up on 10 minutes now, so let's about ready to get going here. Let's see. And here we go. So here's the first story we're going to be looking at tonight. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Oh, gonna make it right. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Whoa. So, anyways, so here's the first story we're going to cover, first of the 9 that we're going to cover tonight. And of course, CBR is reminding me about the ad blocker and all that, but we can continue without disabling the So, comic industry's oldest distributor being held hostage by ransomware attack. Diamond Comics Distributors website has been down for some retailers after a ransomware attack on the company's order processes and communications. Article by Brian Cronin and published a day ago. And I know Chris was even on his stream on Hero Shack stream. He was asking me. I guess, as I said, it looks like they are still business, but still having some issues. So here we go. Diamond Comics Distributors, the oldest distributor of comic books in the world, who have exclusive distribution deals with Dark Horse, Boom, and Image Comics, has been hit by a ransomware attack and has kept the company's website shut down for some retailers, has affected the company's ability to handle all of its comic book deliveries. With final order cutoff order adjustments due yesterday, the website outage possibly affected some retailers' ability to order product from the companies that are exclusive to Diamond. Yeah, usually, when you're dependent on computers, sometimes that can, when the computer goes down, it can cause a lot of problems if you're that dependent on computers. Anyway, Diamond published the following statement on a short-term website that it is using to communicate with retailers. As many of you know, we are currently experiencing system issues affecting our order processes and communications. Our IT department and a team of third-party experts are working around the clock to address these issues and restore full operations. We've determined that the systems issues we're experiencing are the result of a ransomware attack. These attacks have unfortunately become increasingly pervasive in recent months, impacting organizations around the world. We want to assure you that customer data and financial information is not stored on our network, and as such, we have no reason to believe it has been impacted by this attack. So that's good to know for those who are involved in it. In addition to the investigation underway by our team of third party forensic experts, we've also notified law enforcement. While some of our systems remain down, rest assured we are continuing to ship product and fill orders to the greatest extent we can. Our retailer services portal is online and available for FOC this evening and tomorrow. Thank you for your patience as we work to restore full operations as quickly as possible. We're grateful for your support and we'll share updates with you as we have them. So basically, yeah. Now, granted, considering that DC and Marvel decided to leave Diamond, that probably didn't help things much, but it would appear that Diamond is still trucking along here. The company also released an update for comic book shipping this week. Due to the system issues we're experiencing, some customers' shipments of products with an on-scale date of November 10th will be delayed. Drop points. Shipments to the following drop points will be delayed. Please wait for confirmation that your product has arrived before traveling to the drop point. Baltimore, Boston, Dallas. And then for LTL and UPS customers, some shipping delays will occur. Specific information, including tracking numbers, may not be available before your shipment arrives. Canadian customers, no shipping delays. International customers, some shipping delays will occur. We appreciate your patience and will provide more information when it is available. Our teams are working diligently to keep product moving, and we will update accounts later in the week with regard to deliveries of product with an on sale date of November 17th. The story is still developing as Diamond attempts to address this attack on its order processes and communications. So this is kind of going to be an ongoing story for at least a little bit here, due to the fact that, this is probably the latest in a slew of issues that, has people wondering if Diamond is even going to be around much longer. So as we now get ready to go over to the anime portion of our, as we only were doing one comic story tonight. Like 8 anime stories as well. Oh, so I could have done that one. I guess it didn't drop off as I thought it would, but anyways, so anyways, okay. Like that back down, but that's all right. So the first story we're gonna hit here is our anime OVA's Conan. All right, so OVAs, and for those of you who don't know, OVA stands for original video animation. That's what OVA stands for when they're talking about. In other words, usually an OVA is usually something that's usually separate from the main canon usually, but we're gonna go into the anyways, our anime OVAs Conan. OVAs can be a great way to get more content from your favorite anime. Not all OVAs can be considered canon. Article by Lara Adams, published 14 hours ago. So here we go with this. OVAs can be a fun and intriguing way to dive more into an anime. But just what distinguishes a canon OVA from material that can be swept aside? While some anime OVAs are undoubtedly canon, the variety of OVA types can make it hard to distinguish which is which. Here's a quick rundown on just what an OVA is and how to distinguish which ones are canon. OVA stands for Original Video Animation, and they tend to be included in DVD and Blu-ray releases of the show as an extra incentive to purchase. OVAs can range in length from a few minutes to something resembling a movie. For example, Kase-san in the Morning Glories has a runtime of 58 minutes, while the OVAs included in the DVD release for Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid are only about 3 minutes long. OVAs can be original stories based on existing material or part of an anime-only release. So if you're like what they're saying here is if you're into a particular anime, right? And maybe you want to see the characters in something slightly different than what the anime is presenting, whether it's part of the manga or not. That's usually what the OVAs are for. Like, let's say it is like a mecha slash action adventure anime, right? But you think the girls in the particular anime are so cute that you want to see them at the beach. So they put a story together and put it as an OVA. When it comes to anime OVAs, some should be considered canon, even though they may not necessarily and may not be necessary to understand the anime as a whole. These may or may not be included in the manga, but can be considered anime canon either way. A few OVAs could also be considered incredibly important to view in order to understand or even witness the full story. For example, the OVA for The Future Diary explains an ending to the show that left many fans baffled. Kamisama Kiss ended with many questions left unanswered, and the multiple OVAs were necessary to resolve the plot. These anime left so much open that the OVAs are practically required viewing. All right, so let's see what we have here. Has not been good for Diamond lately. No, it hasn't. There, Abominable. It hasn't really been. Has not really been that great for Diamond lately. You're right. Ah, um, we continue on with the article here. In contrast, shows like Beyond the Boundary and Attack on Titan created OVAs that explain backstories to characters and enhance the story without being critical viewing. These types of OVA run about the same time length as a regular episode and feature the same animation style as opposed to a more fun, chibi one. They don't break the fourth wall, and the cast generally remains in character. OVAs like this can generally be considered canon. So basically, what they're talking about is there are some OVAs where it can be a little bit more character driven. You get a little bit more background on the character, get a little more like character development um, with them. So that's what they're talking about. So if you have a particular favorite character and you want to see more of them or learn more about them, that's usually what some of these OVAs are for that they're talking about. Yona of the Dawn and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood also have these styles of OVAs, generally featuring single manga chapters or a side character who never got much of the spotlight in the main series, which is true. That's another way of looking at it. Even if they're a bit sillier, the OVA might simply be a chance for the anime team to have fun, such as with the Free Eternal Summer OVA, where a water gun fight is treated with comical seriousness. In contrast, Free also released the short OVA series called Furfur. Um, which made fun of the show on a whole different level, such as seeing how little water it takes for the main character to strip down to a swimsuit and jump in. The contrast between the two styles of OVA is a great way to distinguish whether something should be considered canon. There are also OVAs that are obviously ridiculous from the beginning, such as Carnival Phantasm. Um, Carnival Type Moon released a series of OVAs that placed all their characters from across many of their shows in a single place and had fun with them. These types are easy to pick out as non-canon. So, like among what they're talking about, probably the most famous Type Moon production most people don't realize it was the Fate series, like Fate Stay Night, Fate Unlimited Blade Works, Flake, Khalid, Ileana, Prisma, you know, those, the Fate series basically is probably the most famous of the Type Moon properties. In the end, the signs to look out for are similar animation style, similar tone and storytelling in character actions, and no breaking of the fourth wall. Kanan OVAs often focus on character backstories or unanimated manga chapters as well, and even if they're anime original, they can still be Kanan if they stick to the general formula. In other words, what they mean by anime original, in other words, there are a lot of OVAs that were not part of the original manga story, but were added to the universe to be Kanan, is what they're talking about there. Let's see. Whether adding to the story or simply making viewers smile, OVAs are a fantastic way for anime shows to expand on old boundaries to enhance their stories even more. So there you go. There's that one. Here's the next one. And before I get to this, let's see if anybody's saying anything. Let's see if you guys got anything more to say on. I love the Fate series. Yeah. So Carnival Phantasm is basically like where they have the characters are as chibis, and it's really like the humor, from what I understand, is pretty over the top. So So, and hopefully, Abominable, you'll consider subscribing if you like the content. I hope you do. Anyways, so on to the next story here. Pocket Monsters fan animation unites the classic cartoon with Pokemon. A fan mashup combines Pokemon with real monsters, placing the Nickelodeon cartoons creatures with Pikachu, Gothorita, and Gloom. Article by Jeremy Bloom, published 13 hours ago. Excuse me a moment, guys. I gotta go. My dog has decided to start barking, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's see. All right, so let's continue with the article here. Oh yeah, you got some real whack. You got some pretty wild drawing there. You got Pokemon as the O in Pocket Monsters. You got a Weedle in there. Got a mouth. And, So, all right. So let's get into this then. An unlikely mashup of Pokemon and a classic Nickelodeon cartoon series has gone viral on Twitter, proving that while their origins might be different, both Pocket Monsters is a full name for Pokemon, by the way, and real monsters go unexpectedly well together. The video was posted by cartoonist and animator Brian Bear, who currently creates storyboards for the Pencil Nation YouTube series. It reimagines the Real Monsters opening sequence with Pokemon characters replacing the rabbit like Ikis, a black and white Oblina, and the eyeball holding Kroom, with the likes of Pikachu, Gothorita, and Gloom. A number of other iconic characters from the Pokemon anime appear in the short, including Professor Oak, the series' original protagonist trio of Ash Ketchum, Misty, and Brock. Bear originally uploaded the video to Vimeo in 2016 and promoted it on Tumblr, writing, quote, done in Flash, mostly rotoscoping, but some new animation was created. All the backgrounds were redrawn in Photoshop. I tried to cram in as many Pokemon references as I could, so look sharp. An end quote. In the latest repost of the video, which has received over 2,700 likes and 600 retweets, so that's pretty good. At the time of writing, Bear tweeted, quote, you can tell how old this is because I think my long abandoned Tumblr page, or I link my long abandoned Tumblr page, unquote. Real Monsters ran for 4 seasons on Nickelodeon from 1994 to 1997. The show, developed by Rugrats and Duckman creator Gabor Supo and The Simpsons writer Peter Gaffney, revolved around Ikis, Oblina, and Krum attending a monster school in the sewers beneath New York City. Learning how to scare humans. Real Monsters starred the voices of Charlie Adler. Charlie Adler, who previously was known for such works as voicing like Low Light in the 80s G.I. Joe cartoon. Christine Cavanaugh, who I believe is Blossom on Powerpuff Girls, and David Eccles as the Bumbling Trio. Also featured appearances from the likes of Tim Curry, who of course did, I think, Captain Hook in the Peter Pan cartoons, who played a bee-like monster called Zimbo, and Jim Belushi, who portrayed the series antagonist Simon the Monster Hunter. Jim Belushi is a well-known comedian as well. The series encompassed 52 episodes and never quite reached the heights of other Nickelodeon shows like Rugrats. Nevertheless, the show's kooky characters are fondly remembered to this day, with Oblina most recently popping up in the 2021 fighting game Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. before we read the last paragraph, let me see if you guys are said anything. I guess not. Not as of yet. Okay. And I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. That does help with the algorithm. Helps to get more people in here, hopefully. With that, let's continue on here. While Nintendo's monster collecting franchise shares little in common with Nickelodeon's show, aside from also focusing on colorful characters, the anime version of Pokemon happened to hit TV Tokyo in Japan in 1997, the same year that Real Monsters went off the air. The English localization of the anime debuted in the United States 1998, ahead of the release of Pokemon Red and Blue, and became a major hit 1 year later when it moved to the Kids WB programming block after initially being a syndicated block. So originally, when the Pokemon dub was a syndicate, I think for at least the first 20, 30 episodes or so, was a syndicated block, which meant that it was in syndication. It wasn't on any of the networks. So anyway, so that was that for that article. Let's see. We got 4 people viewing now, so that's good. Hello, thank you. So how everybody's enjoying the content thus far? Feel free to comment on any of the articles that we've read as we're covering them. So, and if you have any questions, I will try to answer them as best I can. Anyways, we're at 37-minute mark. So it looks like we're making pretty good time here, I guess. Time. All right, so here's the next story we're going to look at. And surrender. There will be no white light outside my door. Anyways, Ancient Magus Bride side story anime releases new trailer. A new trailer previews the second chapter of the Ancient Magus Bride, The Boy from the West and the Night of the Mountain Haze. Article by Haley McCullough, published 12 hours ago. There's one of the creatures from Ancient Magus Bride. All right, so the second part of The Ancient Magus Bride, The Boy from the West and the Night of the Mountain Haze, a side story to the popular dark fantasy slice of life anime series, has released a new trailer to give fans a preview of its story before the anime's release next year. The trailer emphasizes the new release's dark tone and teases various challenges and monsters that the characters will face. While the side story features fan favorite characters like Spriggan, Chisei, and Elias, it also focuses on a boy named Gabriel, who endeavors to part the veil that hides the world of magic. So you can look for it on YouTube as well. Let's see the trailer. Let's see what's up. The comments. Hey, action! Let's see. Well, all right. The lights go out. A faint light from above flickers on 2 rows of wee men, nude, with knee high socks, enter the room, forming a path that that leads into a circle. And a puff of smoke. Action enters the chat. Ever with the dramatics, huh? Ever with the dramatics. The camera zooms in on action face, and he says, "Hail to the king, baby." Quite the entrance. Yes, he does quite a few entrances there. Um, Ree. Anyway, so yeah, so we have fun here. We do have fun here. Try to, anyways. All right, so continuing the story then here. The first part of the ancient Magus bride, a boy from the west and the night of the mountain haze, premiered in Japan in September, and it is expected to hit Crunchyroll in December. A new animation company, Studio Kafka, is animating the side story, taking over production duties from Wit Studios, which produced the mainline anime series. Kazuaki Terasawa, Altair, A Record of Battles in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, serves as director, with Aya Takaha of Psychopaths and Pokemon the Movie The Power of Us, and Yonayama from Uma Musume Pretty Derby writing the script, and Junichi Matsumoto from Plunderer is composing the music. Noriko Izumo, sat from Assassination Classroom, Hitalia Actors Powers, is creating the sound effects, and Hirotaka Kato, The Beginning, Great Pretender, is designing the characters. All right. Many members of the voice cast from the anime series have reprised their roles for the ancient Magus bride, the boy from the west, and the knight of the mountain haze, including Atsumi Tanezaki. That time I got reincarnated as a slime as Chisei. Ryota Takuchi from Haikyuu to the Top, Scarlet Nexus as Elias, and Hiroki Yatsumoto from Boruto Naruto Next Generation, case closed, as Spriggan. Hiromi Igarashi from Log Horizon and The Garden of Sinners joins the cast as Gabriel. And yes, sometimes there are some Japanese names that actually can be applied to either the boys and girls. So that's one of the things you have to be aware of too. The ancient Magus bride, the boy from the west and the night of the mountain haze, is scheduled to debut in Japan on March 10th, 2022. Other anime projects that are expected to make their premiere next year include Made in Abyss, The Sun Blazes Upon the Golden City, The Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a Typical Nobody, The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt, Spy Family, Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Memory, Love After World Domination, and second seasons of the case study of Vanitas and The Rising of the Shield Hero. The main anime series of The Ancient Magus Bride is available to stream on Crunchyroll. Um, there's that one. And here's the next story we're going to cover. Let's see what's going on in chat. Good evening, Grizzly Woody. Evening action. All right, guys. I'm going to step away from the computer for a moment. I'll be right back. Hope everybody's enjoying the content. As I said, I'll be right back. Alrighty, then I'm back. Let's see what it's see what you have been saying here last. Legends tell of a time a man and his wife met and shook Action's hand. 9 months later, they both gave birth to triplets. Okay. Oh yeah, grabbing a cold one. Let's see. All right, be sure not to touch Action. Mike, don't drink unless the soul unless it's the souls of the woke. Okay. Anyways, laugh out loud. Do the woke have souls? Yes, but they're lost. Oh, welcome. Hey, long time no see, Robert. How have you been? I hope you've been well. Been a long time there, my friend. Hail Zamu and hail the Xena. Okay. Um, hope you're doing well. Thank you for dropping in and saying hi, my friend. It's been a while. How have you been? Hopefully you've been doing well. As always, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. If you guys can help me out with that, that'd be appreciated. Um, all good. I think I did see on RJ stream the other day, maybe. Um, yeah. So, anyways, well, I guess we'll get going onto the next story here. All right. One Piece creator congratulates Detective Conan author for manga's epic run. One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda had some kind words for Detective Conan's Gosho Aoyama as both series move past the 100-volume milestone. Both of these series have been running since the 90s, so just think about that. Like, these series have been around for something like 25 plus years, or close to 25 years. I think, yeah, so. Article by Michael Acerna, published 10 hours ago. So, yeah, so you got Conan right there up front and center. I think that's Sanji over to the right there. You got, right there. One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda congratulated fellow manga author Gosho Aoyama on Detective Conan's recent publication of its 100th volume. Quote, I've never met him, but he feels like a comrade in arms, unquote, Oda said in a statement posted to publisher Viz Media's blog. I know, quote, I know how tough getting to 100 volumes is, Aoyama-sama, unquote. Oda added, mm, mm. Anyways, One Piece published its 100th collected volume last September, and Aoyama's Detective Conan, known in some regions under the title Case Closed, quickly followed suit in the release of its 100th volume in October. Oda ended his statement by saying, quote, congrats on 100 volumes of Conan, unquote. All right. I need to step away from the computer for a moment, guys. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Just had to get some water. Good evening, fellow two guardians. Good evening, Robert. Hey, Robert. Just stopped. All right, see you next time. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that Abominable felt it was time to leave. I just kind of. All right. Well, that's cool. So, anyways, back to the story now. um, let's see. One Piece and Detective Conan are two of the most popular manga series ever made. Detective Conan is the fourth best-selling manga series of all time, with a worldwide circulation of over 250 million copies. One Piece is the undisputed best-selling manga series ever, with a whopping circulation of almost 500 million copies around the world. Shortly after the release of One Piece's 100th volume in September, the sales tracking service Oricon announced that each volume of the series had managed to sell at least 1 million copies individually, an unheard of feat. One Piece debuted in Weekly Shonen Jump in 1997. In addition to the manga, anime, and dozens of video games based on the series, One Piece merchandise is also continues to be a big seller. The various companies involved with the production of the franchise reported that from 2018 to 2019, One Piece generated over $468 million in sales of clothing, toys, and other merch featuring the series iconography and characters. Despite its age, One Piece is having its biggest year ever. In addition to the publication of its 100th volume, the manga is also published its 1000th chapter earlier this year. The anime adaptation of the series will soon air its 1000th episode. Detective Conan has had a banner year as well. The 24th and latest film in the series, Detective Conan the Scarlet Bullet, was released in Japan in last April. The movie became the second highest grossing film for 2021 in the country, ranking just behind the highly anticipated finale of Hideki Anno's Evangelion series, Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.01, Thrice Upon a Time. The series producers are already teasing the next movie in the franchise, and Netflix recently announced that it will stream a new spin off anime based on the series. The manga for both Detective Conan, known here in the States as Case Closed, and One Piece are distributed in North America and localized in English by publisher Viz Media. So there you go. All right, so let's see. Am I the only one still here? I can understand if you guys felt like I wasn't coming back, but I know Abominable just came for the first time tonight, so he doesn't know that I do step away from the computer a bit. So, but yeah. But anyways, I hope everybody is enjoying the content. I hope people are still here watching, and I do appreciate any and all the likes and shares that you guys give me. That does help things. So, anyways. Moving on. Let's see how many more. Let's see, we got one, two, three. I think we got three, four. Got four more stories to get through. It looks like. Let me see. Yeah, four. About four stories still to go here. Looks like we're making pretty good time. Let's see now. We're just past the hour mark, so we are making good time. Um, so here we go. Here's the next article we'll read. The best anime theme songs from the 2000s. Anime from the 2000s featured some banger theme songs, from Haruhi Suzumiya to Bleach. Here are some of the very best of them. Article by Ederlin Peralta, published 10 hours ago. There's a picture, of course, of Naruto and Haruhi, Naruto Uzumaki and Haruhi Suzumiya. Mainstream music of the 2000s was dominated by hip hop music and the emergence of alternative rock and emo music. We see these musical trends incorporated in many anime opening and ending theme songs. In the 2000s, through the popularity of rap rock music. However, when it comes to iconic anime theme songs in the 2000s, a few in particular stand out because fans can't help but sing along to them. Every Heart by BOA in Inuyasha 2004. Every Heart is the fourth ending theme song for the fantasy series Inuyasha. The song is performed by Korean singer BOA and has both English and Korean versions. Every Heart is a soft melodic love song and is an appropriate track to describe the complicated romantic relationship between Kagome Higurashi and Inuyasha. The song centers on themes about longing for a loved one. Kagome has strong feelings for Inuyasha, but she can't express those emotions when Inuyasha still has lingering feelings for Kikyo, a priestess who passed away. The ending credit visuals complement the song's perfect as we see that each scene that has all the characters admiring the sunlit sky or looking somberly into the night. So I think that's kind of so from left to right. You got Sango, Shippo, no, I'm sorry, Kagome, Shippo, Kirara, Sango, Moroku, and Inuyasha right there. In the original series, of course, Kagome was voiced by Monica Story. Shippo was voiced by Jillian Michaels. Um, in the English dub of Ocean Studios dub, Sango was voiced by Kelly Sheridan. Moroku was voiced by the late Kirby Morrow, and then Richard Ian Cox did the English voice of Inuyasha. So, moving on to the next one. Hare Hare Yukai by Aya Hirano, Midori Chihara, and Yuko Goto from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya's 2006. Those three are the girls who basically provided the voices of the characters. Aya Hirano, I believe, was the Japanese voice for Haruhi. Minori Chihara, who's actually done a few, aside from, of course, being a series or voice actress in Japan, also done uh, a few, a few theme songs, and then Yuko Go. Minori is Asahina, which is the one on the right there, and then one on the left, I think, is the one who Yuko. The Hare Hare Yukai is the ending theme song to The Melancholy of Haru Suzumiya. Track is sung by Aya Hirano, Minori Chihara, and Yuko Goto, who use their respective character voices in the series to perform the song. The track has an upbeat tune accompanied by a fully choreographed dance sequence, which is fun to watch if you guys have ever seen that. This dance sequence was so popular among viewers that it became a cultural internet phenomenon. Many anime fans made dance music videos for the song and performed the dance at anime conventions. The song and dance also appeared in other media, such as Overwatch and League of Legends. Heroes Come Back by Nobody Knows Plus um, from Naruto Shippuden, the series, which ran 2007, 2000. Of course, I know this was the first. This was a pretty cool song. Let's see. Heroes Come Back by Nobody Knows Plus is the first opening theme song for Naruto Shippuden, the second part of the Naruto franchise series, which takes place about 2.5 years after the original series left off. Heroes Come Back is a hyped up rap rock song, perfect to start the show. The title speaks for itself as it means the return of a hero. As the opening credits play, we see the return of our main protagonist, Naruto Uzumaki, now a teenager, and his fellow allies as they begin another adventure. And that sequence is pretty fun to watch too. Asterisk by Orange Range, Bleach 2004 2012. Sure, many of you saw this one as well on Toonami when Bleach was running on that. Um, and now it says we have nobody watching. But I know I'm at least watching. So, anybody here check in? Please. Oh, now we got 2 people watching, so that's good to know. All right. So, anyways, Asterisk by Orange Range is the first opening theme song for the series Bleach. Similar to Hero's Comeback, Asterisk is a rap rock song. The lyrics could be described as cosmic and otherworldly. The song's title refers to the stars and the cosmos. The overall message is about having a person's memories, dreams, and feelings transcend time and space as if those thoughts and emotions are as everlasting as the stars. However, even though the song talks about some serious themes, the visuals in the opening credits don't match the song's aesthetic. These visuals are colorful and vibrant, featuring Ichigo and his friends in the early 2000s fashion and just being teenagers, disregarding the supernatural elements of the series. Battle Cry by Nujabes, Samurai Champloo 2004 2005. And some of these you guys will probably remember seeing on Adult Swim or on on Toonami when watch these series. My account is showing 5. Oops, two. Yeah, yeah, Woody, it's being screwy again tonight as usual. Battle Cry is the opening theme for the anime series Samurai Champloo. which was directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, known for the critically acclaimed Cowboy Bebop. The song was produced by Nujabes and featured Shingo 2. Samurai Champloo is set in an alternate version of the Edo period, where the characters use modern dialogue and behavior. In addition, the series has a unique hip hop aesthetic, showcasing how hip hop and samurai culture are similar because they create identities that are against the norm and highlight the importance of cultural acceptance. Battle Cry perfectly suits the series as the lyrics focus on the lifestyle of a samurai, and it's considered one of the late Nujabe's masterpieces. So there we go with that one. All right, so we got three more to go then. Battle Cry. All right, so we're at hour 12, so we'll probably be trying to hurry along a little bit. Well, we'll probably be okay, I guess. The Devil is a Part Timer teases new announcements for season 2. New details for the long awaited next season, season A, The Devil is a Part Timer, will be revealed during publisher Dengeki Bunko's Winter Festival livestream. Article by Michael Cerna published 9 hours ago. More information about the second season of The Devil is a Part Timer will finally be announced on December 12th, which I believe will be a Wednesday, or no, Sunday. Sorry, Sunday. The official Twitter account for the series announced that more details about the long awaited follow up to the popular fantasy comedy will be revealed during the Dengeki Bunko Winter Festival livestream. Dengeki Bunko is an imprint of the publisher Ashi Media Works, which published both the original Devil is a Part Timer light novels and the ongoing manga adaptation of the series. The live stream will be hosted by voice actors Ryota Osaka, who voiced the titular devil Satan Jacob in the original anime, and Yoko in the original anime series, and Yoko Hikasa, who portrayed the heroic Emilia Justina. Fans have been waiting a very long time for a second season of the anime. The original anime series aired in 2013 and produced by Studio White Fox, which is also known for its anime adaptation of the sci fi drama Steins Gate and a popular isekai regarding Zero. The second season was finally announced 8 years later in March 2021. So, back in March, so 8 months ago, basically, where the show's producers confirmed that the voice cast from the original anime would return to reprise their roles. No other details about the new season, including its release date or any story details, were given. Devil is a Part Timer tells the story of the demon lord Satan, who is on the verge of conquering the fantasy world of Ente Isla before he is defeated by the hero Emilia and teleported to modern day Tokyo. Now trapped in a human body without most of his demonic powers, the demon lord adopts the name Sadao Mao and is forced to work in a McDonald's like fast food restaurant in order to pay for his living expenses. Sadao's new life is further complicated when several of his former followers and enemies from Ente Isla also cross over into our world and are similarly forced to deal with the harsh realities of modern society. Series originally began in 2011 with a light novel series written by Satoshi Wagahara, with illustrations by the artist known as 029 Oniku. Um, the light novels were adapted into a manga series in 2012, which was also written by Wagahara and featured art by Akio Hiragi. The light novels concluded the series in 2020, while the manga continues to be serialized. Both the light novels and manga are available in English and are distributed in North America by publisher Yen Press. The first season of the anime is available for streaming on Funimation. There we go with that one. Is next one. I think we got just a couple more here. Anyways. I know Woody said he was here. Troy, is you still here? Anybody else still here? Nisekoi. How to get started with the anime and manga. Nisekoi is a rom-com anime and manga that should appeal to the fans of Toradora and Horimiya. So here's how to jump into the title. Article by Louis Kemner, published 8 hours ago. Every year, a number of anime series become a big hit, while others are popular for a few years, then fall off the radar. Nisekoi is one such anime, being a moderately popular anime based on the manga of the same name by author Naoshi Komi. However, it is relatively obscure today compared to competitors such as Toradora and the more recent Horimiya. While Nisekoi was never a staple of the high school or rom-com anime genres, it's still a solid entry to either. And fans looking for fresh material can try out this underappreciated series and see what it's all about. The manga is complete, and it also has a decent anime to its name. Here we go. An hour, 19 minutes. All right, so let's continue. The story and characters of Nisekoi. Okay, there we go. There's the. All right. Nisekoi stars everyman hero Raku Ichijo, a high school boy who belongs to a Yakuza family, and his supposed fiancée, the half American Shitoge Kirasaki, a lively tsundere who belongs to a crime family of her own. Raku's heart is set on his gentle and sweet classmate Kosaki Onodera, but to his dismay, his and Shitoge's family demand that he and Shitoge begin dating exclusively, thus maintaining the peace between the two rival crime families. Now, Raku and Shitoge must prove their false love, or nisekoi, to the entire world while secretly aggravating and annoying each other behind their lovely facade. Raku and Chitoge have every reason to maintain this illusion, but one by one, their classmates and friends catch on to the secret of their false relationship. Things become complicated further when more and more girls arrive on the scene, creating a small harem for the flustered Raku to sort out, all while trying to keep Chitoge happy. Moreover, despite Raku's and Chitoge's animosity, their superficial relationship just might become something genuine. And there's also the matter of Raku trying to find the girl he made a promise to in his boyhood. He has a lot to think about. Where to read the Nisekoi manga series? The Nisekoi manga is complete, clocking in at 25 volumes to give rom-com fans, that's romantic comedy, plenty to read without being overwhelmed. The manga is available at a number of retailers, and fans should note that Nisekoi is only available in single volumes, with no omnibuses or hardback special editions available. Barnes and Noble's online catalog stocks all 25 volumes of Nisekoi, both as paperback editions and Nook digital versions. Similarly, Right Stuff International stocks all 25 volumes of the Nisekoi manga, and Amazon's book department stocks the paperback volumes of Nisekoi as well as the digital version on Kindle. Amazon even has an option for interested customers to buy all 25 Kindle volumes at once in a single convenient click. Where to watch the Nisekoi anime series? See if anybody's still saying one. Not really a whole lot of activity going on in the chat either. The Nisekoi anime ran for 2 seasons and has a few OVAs to its name, but anime fans should note that the anime adaptation never covered the entire story. As opposed to the original manga, interested anime fans can stream the Nisekoi anime on Crunchyroll, which has all episodes available and subbed in English, Latin American, Spanish, and Brazilian Portuguese. However, Crunchyroll does not stream Nisekoi's 4 OVA episodes. Hulu.com also streams the Nisekoi anime in Japanese with English subtitles, as does Funimation. Fans who would rather purchase the Blu-ray DVD can try out the complete collection box set, which contains all episodes and OVAs of Nisekoi, along with all kinds of bonus content. This all-in-one package can be found on both Amazon and Right Stuff International's online catalog. The DVD release is available in Japanese with English subtitles. So there we go with that one. I think we got one more. Might have one more go over. This one. And I know this is probably a story. Toys, if you're out there, if you're listening in, you might want to perk your ears up a little bit here because this is actually, I think this is an anime you kind of mentioned that you kind of liked, 8686. 8686 delays release of next volume due to creators' health issues. The release of the next volume of 8686 light novel series will be delayed by several months due to Masato Asato's health. Article by Michael Lacerna, published 7 hours ago. The next volume of the 8686 light novel series has been delayed until February. The delay was announced on the official Twitter account of Dengeki Bunko, the publishing imprint that distributes the series in Japan. According to the publisher, writer Sato Sato is currently experiencing quote unquote poor health and will need more time to complete the next story of her popular sci fi drama series. The next volume will miss its original December release date, will instead come out next February. The delay of the light novel comes just days after the producers of 86's anime adaptation announced that the next episode of the series would also be delayed due to unspecified production issues. A commentary episode will now air on November 13th, while the originally scheduled episode will premiere on November 20th. 8686 is set within the Republic of San Magnolia, a seemingly utopian society that has been forced into war with the Empire of Jad. The Republic tells its citizens that it is fighting the Empire through use of juggernauts, which are automated mecha units that are controlled from afar by a handler. In reality, the juggernauts are actually manually piloted into battle by the members of the 86, an ethnic minority within San Magnolia that has been subjugated by the country's ethno-nationalist leaders. The series tells the story of Vladilena Milze, a young military officer who is given command over a particularly troubled squad of 86 soldiers. The series was first published in 2017, was awarded the Dengeki Novel Prize, a prestigious literary award in Japan that is often awarded to works from promising new writers. A manga adaptation, which was also written by Asato and features art by illustrator Motoki Yoshihara, began serialization in Square Enix's Young Gangan magazine in 2018. The manga has been very successful and spawned two spin-off series, which were also penned by Asato. The series has been praised for its in-depth character development and its handling of real-world issues, such as racism and nationalism. Both the light novel and manga series are distributed in English by Yen Press. Anime adaptation of Asato's work premiered in 2021. The show was produced by A1 Pictures, which previously created the anime adaptations of Sword Art Online and Fairy Tail, and directed by Toshimasa Ishii, who served as an episode director on Grand Blue Fantasy the animation and was an assistant director on Mamoru Hosada's Mirai, which was nominated for an Academy Award. The first season of the anime has been split into two parts. The first half, airing earlier this year, Crunchyroll has licensed the series for international distribution and simulcast new episodes show as they air in Japan. So there we go. There we go with that one. So we're done with the main articles then. So we're back up to two people watching. That's good. And we're at the hour and a half mark here. So that's good to know as well. Okay. I want to just look something up real quick here. Couple of things I just want to quickly look up before we continue there. All right. Let's see. All right. So, anyways, so done with that part. All right. So I may have to check it out. It's so hard. It's so hard to find anybody discussing racism and nationalism these days. Sarcasm. Yeah. Well, there have been a lot of anime series that have done that in various ways. Have dealt with societal issues like that. Woody. So, all right. So, anyways, we're past the hour and a half mark. Hour 32 minutes. Was there anything else you guys wanted to ask or talk about? If not, then we can start to wrap things up, and we can get into this day in each history. If you guys, I guess Woody, you're the only other one here other than me. This day in each history. All right. All right. Well, without any further, I guess we will just start to wrap up then. So without any further ado, let's look back on this day in each history. Today being Wednesday, November the 10th, 2021. Let's take a look back at this day in each history. We only got a couple of things tonight here. It does seem like things are a little bit slower these days. Anyways, first off, I would actually like to wish a happy 40th birthday to Ryback, to former WWE wrestler and Intercontinental Champion Ryback, born Ryan Reeves. Of course, has had a very well publicized heated feud with the WWF since his departure. But anyways, happy 40th birthday to the former WWE Intercontinental Champion Ryback. So there we go with that. Neat it up. And we also have as the other thing tonight, as we look back to 11 years ago today, 2010. On this date in 2010, the 165th issue of Jughead's Double Digest went on sale on this date from Archie Comics. It was $3.99, and there's 160 pages. So on this date, 11 years ago today in 2010, Jughead's Double Digest number 165 went on sale today. So with that, guys, that's it for tonight. As always, don't forget this Friday. We'll be finishing up July of 1938 as we look at Fiction House. We look at how Fiction House came into existence, and we'll also be looking over some selections from Jumbo Comics number 1. One of them being, of course, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. But with all that being said, guys, I thank you guys for being here. I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow night. And until then, I bid you adieu. Bye.